We've seen Colossus fall. We've seen Marauders push. We'll see what happens in this game. Spawning in the top right corner, we got the Pink Protoss DATHRALL.
And in the lower left corner of our map, bringing it back to a 1-1 even series in Game 3 in the red trunks, the Terran player, RIO.
And again, guys, for those who don't know, both these players have at this point gotten the G400, or at least qualified, I should say, for the G400 Gaming mouse from Logitech, as well as a Heart of the Storm beta key from beating round 1. So the winner of this will go on to play the finals, and the grand prize funds for this whole series, this whole tournament, guys, is a fully paid version of Heart of the Swarm, plus a pair of Gunner Vapor glasses. These are great prizes.
Fantastic prizes, indeed. You know, we don't see this very often in the community, and shout out once more to Raptor.com for putting this on, man. This has been a really special night. All right. So typical once again. Gateway and Barracks, both these players pretty comfortable doing these openers as we see. Will someone do a crazy deviation here, or will we continue to see these long, drawn-out expansion style games? Being that it's a best of 3, this is the final final game in their chances here to get to the finals. It's likely that we'll see them play a little bit safe, but you know, maybe the person who decides to take a little more of a risk may be rewarded.
Grats on the mouse, he says. Yeah, both these players beat out, conquered by, and got through Abyssal City, swam to the top. I'm trying to think of better ways to sell this, but I can't. And yeah, they got the mice. They're just talking about it. And right now, Cybernetic score, Gateway.
I'm very happy with the multitasking ability of both of our players here. I've been kind of highlighting their actual in-game views sometimes, and we're able to see it. And RIO making a fantastic decision here, just building the command center right next to that pylon. So it's kind of silly for a Protoss player to try to block your expansion. They're going to lose out on 25 minerals from that pylon plus cancel, because of course, as RIO has shown us here, you can just build your command center right next to it. When it finishes, lift it off, drop it down right in the location next to it, and you'll be good to go. Probe wasn't in a position to drop the Nexus down for DATHRALL, but there it is now. Well, perhaps a bit prematurely, but certainly his intent here is to make a Nexus and match his opponent economically, at least in the start of the game.
Yeah, and RIO going for that huge barracks opening again. We'll see if the timing seeking hit this time might be a little better than last game.
He has been a little hesitant to engage once he moves across the map there. I think a lot of that is based on the fact that he is getting scouted out moving halfway across the map. So DATHRALL has done a good job at keeping units at the watchtowers to have a good idea of what's going on, what's coming towards him. And when he sees, 12 Marines coming at him, you got to think those sentries are going to be there waiting for you.
And Doom, I don't know, man. This is I gotta say again, like both these players, guys, they're bronze on NA, but they're gold on other regions of the world, and we can see that they're playing very, very well. They have some very standard builds. I'd like to see RIO. I mean, it feels almost like he's too scared to micro up towards Thrall. It's not easy trying to push into a Protoss base early, but when you've got 5 Marines on the field, the second you have 5 Marines on the field, send them across the map. You can do some early damage with them.
And wow, we have a very early Twilight Council from DATHRALL. And with 2 gases taken, 3 Harvesters in each gas, banked up a lot of gas here, there's only one thing that this could be. There's only one thing that this can be. I'm calling it right now. We're going to see a Dark Shrine place down.
You know what? That might just be enough to catch RIO off guard, because guys, even if you have a Dark Shrine and Dark Templar do not work out for you, they're very cheap versions of Archons.
That's true. That's very true. But okay, he's going to make me wait for it. He's going to make me wait for it here. What are you doing, DATHRALL?
he doesn't have the forward pylons up. I mean, yeah, we have the robo going down.
Ah!
Darkshine would be so freaking cool, but yeah, I don't.
But why? But why the Twilight Council?
Oh, there we go, Doom. There you go. You get your wish. Just a little bit delayed. Going the, I guess, go robo first because he wants to have an observer out. Safe than sorry.
Ooh, and he's actually going to be tricking his opponent here with this timely scan that's only seeing... Well, it actually did see the Twilight Council there, though. But it is seeing the Robo
It did see Dark Shrine. And yeah, we've seen DATHRALL go charged lots every single game. And that's nothing out of the ordinary for Rio to expect.
I think Rio knows what's up, though. He's planting this missile turret down. Like I said before in the first game, when he dropped that missile turret down, I think he's been scarred by DTs before. And fool him once, shame on you, but he will not be fooled again.
Yeah, he's had missile turrets at the front of his base every single game, but those Dark Templar won't be coming through the front, Doom.
Ooh, Warp Prism! Okay, so now it's all coming together. Now it makes sense. We see the plan for DATHRALL, and I love this. I love the fact that he's even had the forward thinking to do this type of tactic here. Very, very cool stuff. With Stim on the way, about to finish here, Rio has an opportunity to really punish his opponent, though, for choosing this tech route. He's got a lot of Marines, a lot of Marauders, and with those first two medevacs, I wouldn't be shocked to see him move across the map, but, you know, maybe with these turrets, he does have a turret in the main, so that's going to help out here, but maybe he's just going to play defensive until he actually sees what hand gets tipped.
Yeah, there's a couple rules to Dark Templar, guys. First off, you know, everyone's heard, you know, D9, you know, went behind Dark Shrine. It's not behind yet, but the thing is, the second rule, and I don't think a lot of people realize this, is you can lose Dark Templar 2 scans, but you cannot lose more than 1 Dark Templar per scan. If you only lose 1, still effective. You've caused the Terran to dump 250 minerals essentially into that scan. And oh no, Rio looks like he is going to move out to him.
Okay. There it is. He's saying, okay, maybe maybe you're not actually doing anything, but whoa, Rifkin, he takes everything with him.
Yeah, I mean, he's flooding the factory over for that vision.
This
would be DATHRALL's time to get in there, and he's going to do it. Oh, the Warp Prism is moving up, but again, while dedicating to this, he can't forget he's got stuff at home to look out for.
Oh my gosh, see, Rio can't see the... Okay, just now seeing the Warp Prism, just now seeing the DT in the main. Oh my goodness. He's got to be panicking.
Turret. A little questionable about that. He can take that out before there are Marauders out. Will he get that turret in time? No, it's not going to fall in time. If he had gone for that turret before the SCVs, he would have been in the clear. Warping some more Dark Templar, though, going to float them over. But meanwhile, we got a drop going right into DATHRALL's main. Cannon's trying to get those medevacs, but they're not quite strong enough.
There's not a whole lot of units out here either, Rifkin. Only 1 Stalker, 6 Zealots.
If he uses the scans for the Dark Templar at home, Dark Templar can be warped into the main to save this, but...
There's an engagement at the front, too, though, and that ramp was blocked off by a couple of sentries, but a lot of units did go down there. Now the Marines have the opportunity to move up into the natural and take out pros if they so desire, but in the main, he still hasn't cleaned this up.
The Dark Templar were picked off in Rio's main, so he's got nothing on the offensive going for him right now. Oh, but that medevac does fall. Oh no, it doesn't fall. It does just narrowly get away. Zealots are charging forward, but he doesn't have enough. He just has to wait.
This is a sticky situation.
I don't know if they should use those force fields, but charging up, now trying to do what he can. The medevac's now out of energy, so it's no longer an aid. At least Zealots will clean this up. So a strange engage indeed. Will he get this medevac? Yeah, the force field's actually going to prevent him from doing that.
Okay.
But Dark Templar, man, still being warped into the main. That turret, though, it's too well positioned. These Dark Templar have to be more sneaky than what they're doing. Man, he's never going to get that turret if he just keeps going like this. He is not trading cost effectively for these SCVs at all.
Yeah, the thing about Dark Templars is that when they start just not killing SCVs and start getting killed by units...
And all of this comes down to the fact that he did not pick off that turret the first time he landed in the base. If he had done that, Rio would be so crippled beyond belief. He has picked off quite a few SCVs, 14 dead at this point, but at the cost of, I think, almost 7 Dark Templars, so not entirely that cost effective.
Well, that last Dark Templar made it a little bit more worthwhile. If we look at the Union County Station, there's only 31 SCVs on the map. There's actually 50 probes for the Protoss players, so, you know, a decent lead in the economic game here. The Protoss player, DATHRALL, is actually adding on more gateways than I think he knows what to do with here, but he's got so many minerals, why not? I mean, theoretically, I guess if he's able to get all these gateways up, he can like warp in infinite units. Tons and tons of units. It put constant pressure on the Terran. Because the Terran player's just sitting on bio play. We don't see any medevacs coming out of him right now. Or we don't see any ghosts coming out of him right now. And no need to go for Vikings because he hasn't got any Colossus. But 2 Dark Templar are going to work their way into the natural, stop the mining over here. This is a small little victory for Rio.
And this engage here, he's doing some good damage, but these medevacs are healing up a lot of it. DATHRALL unfortunately losing the bulk of his army, and still no Dark Templar to get in here and do anything with.
Perhaps all these Dark Templar that have been kind of donated would be better served as Archons in this upcoming engagement here.
Oh yeah, no question about it. Without EMPs, Archons are so hard to break. There's so many Zealots, but they're not engaging at the same time.
No.
Oh, dude, this is really unfortunate for DATHRALL.
I think Rio...
Expecting Dark Templar, but there's none to be had.
Rio realizes, wait, hold a second. You don't have anything. You don't have anything at all. And yeah,
gonna move in here.
DTs continue to be warped in, but they continue to be scanned out. And this Warp Prism's in a clever little position where Rio actually can't see it. But it's not going to matter, Rifkin. He's barreling in. The probes have been pulled. Zealots are engaging, but there's just too much here.
Yeah, it's going to be picky. I mean, this medevacs are almost out of energy. And these probes are doing a great job with the surround, but the damage is just not there without the Zealots.
The probes are dying! Probes are dying! And a couple of...
medevac with energy is taken out, though, and these units are all very low from Stim, dude. He might just clean this up, but he lost almost all of his workers doing it.
I mean, 35 SCVs, 26 probes. Talk about a huge swing right there. There are so many gateways, warp gates built in the base of DATHRALL, but he just doesn't have the economy to support it anymore.
Oh man, he's still trying to get this turret forward, Dark Templar. He might just win the game through this weird aggression that he's putting on Doom, because there's no more energy left to scan.
Oh no, and he's got to lift that.
And yet he's not mining anymore because he can't scan.
Oh my gosh.
All the SCVs are being pulled. A scan's going to come down any second, though.
There it is.
Medevac's lifting up these units, though. Actually, brilliant play to try and keep them alive from these Dark Templar. But again,
there's 2 more.
Stay out of the range of the scan. Wait for it to end. Go kill off that new turret coming up.
Oh no.
There's no energy to scan Doom.
This is such a sticky situation because he's got the armies. I mean, oh, what a surround!
Beautiful hold position there, but he's gonna lose a lot of units in the process. And
he's gonna get the turret up, and he's got the Templar blocked in. The SCVs are on hold position.
Templar trying to get away, but the Marauders are gonna concussive shot.
Oh, and he gets it! Oh, he gets the Dark Templar. There are 2 more Dark. There are 2 more Dark Templar out on the map, but they're at the front of the base here. Could he turn them into Archons? Maybe, but is that actually going to help him right now? There's 9 Marauders, 9 Marines, 4 medevacs.
No mining for like almost 5 minutes.
That's true. That is very true. And actually, Rio's at a supply disadvantage, and there's 16 Zealots.
Yo, look at the main. There's no turrets left in the main. DATHRALL could just put a couple of Dark Templar in the main and end this.
And here comes the War Prism.
And yeah, with all these Zealots charging across the map, who the hell cares about
what's it gonna be?
You got this Zealots.
Yes, oh my gosh, and they're charged Zealots too. They've got +1 attack done with them, +2 attack weapons is being researched right now, and Ryoko doesn't see the War Prism.
Huge engage outside the base, so the Dark Templar DPS with these Zealots are just too much. It forces Rio to pick up.
Oh my gosh, and did DATHRALL really come back in this after losing so many of his probes? He has taken the probe to SCV count lead now with his Dark Templars reaping havoc. Oh, this is beautiful, Rifkin.
And this game's going to be decided by just melee units, Doom. Trying to go for that scan, but it doesn't really matter. There's too many Zealots here, and he's continuing to warp into the main.
The Terran may be able to clean this up at the natural, though, and I think this may have been an overextension from the Protoss. But the command center went down.
There is 0 mining going on for Rio right now. He can't reproduce any units. He is completely broke, Doom. And meanwhile, DATHRALL has a 500 mineral bank. As he's losing units, he's just warping more in.
Oh my gosh, not only that, but he only has 1 orbital command available for scans, and oh, DATHRALL is going right for the turret!
Oh, can he get it? It's gonna be close.
He gets it! And there's still scans. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I can't believe what I'm seeing here. He can still go for a base trade, though. Looking at the army count.
He is lifting his buildings right now. There's nothing Dark Templar can do versus floating buildings.
He's got a greater army.
Has to defend at home.
He's got a greater army. He's got these medevacs, but the medevacs don't have a lot of energy. He needs to lift up all of his barracks and starports and fly them away. I mean, with no scans, though, Rifkin, can he feasibly take this?
The command center's alive. If he can somehow protect this command center for the late game and trade the base effectively, but, I mean, no, look at this. There's 2 Dark Templar in the main, or in the natural of DATHRALL. He can't land the command center. If he lands the command center to scan, He's dead. That's it. GG. So I think our Protoss player will be going on to the finals, guys, to fight Lunatic.
The Dark Templars completely shredding every part. There is the GG, the LOL. Rio, you won a Logitech Gaming mouse, but DATHRALL is going to the finals.